Hey there, this is Niels Beardfoot, and today we are making a red bag from leather. Get your pattern printed, cut it out, tape it together and transfer it onto a leather and cut out that as well. We're using 2.7mm or 7-ounce wedge tanned leather here. With a beveler we want to break the edges to prepare them for burnishing later on. Now we want to moisten our wedge tanned leather to prepare it for embossing and punching some holes. So we need to punch quite a few sewing holes here. So that's exactly what we do now. Transfer the few gray lines from the pattern on the leather, and then we can use our beveler to emboss that. For the eye, I use the backgrounder together with the beveler. And then I add some additional little ornaments just for the style. For the look of fur, I use a stylus and just trace a lot of lines along the body, but if you also in different direction, just give the impression of natural fur. Before dyeing, I want to tape off the naked parts like the nose and the feet to protect them from the dye of the airbrush. The idea here is to start with any kind of color as base coat and then darken it very much with black. Then remove the tape and go with just a little bit of purple on these naked areas. With some sandpaper I remove some of the black on the high spots, just enough to give some highlights, and then use some leather finish to finish it off. Also put it on the edges so you can use the moisture for burnishing. To make our life a little bit easier in advance when sewing, we want to moisten the leather from the flesh side and then already bring it partly into the final shape. Here for the circle of the hinder leg, we want to put it into some flat bowl to give it this roundish shape, and the rest of the body just bend it along the length of the body. Also bend the edges with the sewing a little bit towards the flesh side. Also we want to open this pocket here for the ear. Now we want to sew together these two edges, but note that these holes here are 10% wider apart than the others. So we're going to force the two layers together, and for this the leather has to be moist and you have to pull quite a bit. This way we push this area even further out. But we still can press it out manually even more. The same procedure also works for the front arms. Just like this. For the ear we want to moisten it quite a bit and then bend in left and right to create this roundish ear shape, and then we push it in there and sew it on. For the nose ears, just wrap around some thread, then tie a knot in the center and cut off the ends, and then push it through the 2 round holes on the nose. If your knot is big enough, you won't even be able to pull it out through them, so it's secure. Now we can glue and sew on the zipper on the belly. Use some super glue to hold it in place and then sew it. Chances are your zipper might be not the perfect length, so just cut off with some excess and then roll in the end, glue it in place and sew it on with the rest. Now for the tail we want to attach some closures here, and I'm using these Loxx fasteners because they give me the option to put the tail in 2 positions, like on itself or on the front, on the nose area, and they are quite sturdy. If you don't want this option, you can just use rivets to hold it in place permanently and you're good to go. But if you like the option to switch, I can highly recommend those. They are quite expensive, but I got a discount code down below for you, just to make it a bit cheaper. They are quite strong and sturdy, and they look quite nice, so I will put them basically everywhere. You can use also other fasteners, no problem, but make sure they are sturdy and reliable. Next we want to rivet on the tail on the belly back strap. Now we want to sew on this long strap all around the body, starting here from the nose area and all the way around it and back again to the nose. The nose tip itself is quite the stress area, so we want to moisten it particularly to make this a little bit easier. If you're a mage like me, this is how you do it. Else this will take quite some time, but it's not super difficult. And here, the nose area, that's exactly what I meant with the stress point. It gets squished quite a bit. And then we just make a clap and we're almost done. At some point we will have to open the zipper and sew through this opening here. Moisten the inside a bit, mainly the strap and the tail, and then bring everything into its final shape. Press out the back a little bit from the inside and also roundin the tail. And then close the zipper and you're good to go. And that's how you make the red bag. Simple and cute little bag. The 100% scale version, like the green one here, is quite small, has only little room, but if you want to have a bigger one, like something like a handbag for your phone and your wallet, scale it up 30% to 130% and put the tail in like this and you have a handbag. Just like this. I am super pleased with these little critters. I like them a lot. They are super cute. I hope you like them too. Let me know what you think about it. Is the bigger one more interesting for you? Is the smaller one more interesting for you? Where would you place the tail as a handle? Let me know down below in the comments and see you guys next time. Have a great day.